what is the idea? To come pure of heart, yeah, to come with a pure heart. As I always tell you, that doesn't mean you're not going to have problems, but it means that you never know what you avoided or what could have happened. Yeah. And in these times, it's imperative that we come with a pure heart. It's imperative that we forgive, that we let go of the past, because we will have to, wherever we are going, or even if we are staying here with a new, different kind of, how could I say, on a different plane, let's call it that, because right now we don't know anything. There are so many, like they call it, timelines. So many things could happen, but it depends on us, and it depends on each one of us where we finish, where we end. So, so the thing with coming pure of heart, I was saying, wherever we are going, we will have to travel light. So we cannot take all our grudges and regrets, or oh, I wish I would have done it, or how come, trying to understand, or all the things that we don't want to let go because we don't want to forget. And like we've been telling you, we will have to do a lot of forgiveness when everything comes out. If you're not aware of what really is going on, because you still watch the news and believe the news, the regular news. But if you really know what is going on, we will have to do a lot of forgiveness. And maybe even forgive ourselves for allowing, so many things happening here while we were having a normal life. So I think these are exciting times, and being part of this and being part of the big changes. And then it is up to us, that it depends on us also, very important to know that. So anyway, so let me tell you about my visitor. I have a visitor in the house that looks like a fly. So let me tell you, some years ago, I wrote to somebody, and I said, what is it with me with the flies? I said, I have, I don't know, 2, 3 flies in my house that I don't know where they came from. And I said, and I'm talking to the flies. I said, am I crazy or what? It's like they are keeping me company or something here. That's how I felt. And this person said, never, never, never kill a fly. They bring information. So I wasn't planning to kill them. And also, like I said, I felt, I was that crazy already, that I thought they were really keeping me company. So anyway, so what happened this time is that there is one in my house that show up from nowhere, okay, as always. But the behavior is very, very special. Because it's not bothering, I just know it is there, but it's not bothering. It's not around the food. It's not interested in the food or anything. But yesterday I was taping some videos because zero frequency book. So zero frequency book that I would say in a month will be out, and I will let you know. Don't worry. It also comes with some videos. Yeah. So my idea is, zero frequency for me is like a journey. So I'm taking you in this journey, and you will be able, when you buy the book, you will be able to access, some videos that complement, added value to the book. So I was recording those videos. So at one point, my cameraman, some of you know him, is Kevin, yeah, that travels with me. So he says, "Oh, Mabel, there is a fly." We were taping, and I said, "Oh yes, there is a fly." Okay, so this fly really paused, on a veranda, next to where I was taping the video, and it never moved. It just stayed there, like watching. Okay, so I wrote, "Romy," and I sent her a picture, yeah. And I said, could you check about this fly? This is really different behavior, yeah? Not usual behavior. Also, because the night before, the fly came into the living room. This started in the kitchen, but it came into the living room and it paused on top of a lamp, yeah? And probably was there maybe the 4 hours that I was there sitting, watching all those videos that now I watch and working. And this fly, it was there with no moving for maybe those 4 hours or more. I don't know. I actually went to sleep and the fly stayed there, and I don't know what else happened. But anyway, so when I send the pictures to Romy, she says, that is not a fly. That is actually somebody came from Egypt in his or her spaceship, yeah, and he's taking notes. He says, maybe they came to check you out, and see what you are up to. Okay, but when I told her that stay there, while I did the video, she says, he's taking notes. He's taking notes. So today I thought it was gone. I couldn't find the fly anywhere. And suddenly, and I said, strange, yeah, that it didn't stay for the lives. How come he wasn't interested in my lives? But guess what? When I was closing the windows and preparing and turning on the lights to do the lives, it showed up again. And in the Spanish, it was quiet. I was, even when I finished, in my break, I was looking for it. And I said, where are you? Yes. And now it showed up. And now again, I don't know what it is. Maybe it will show up or not. But anyway, the lights that show up in my living room now and the things that people tells me and everything is really rewarding. I always knew my house was cleaning. My house is very committed to the cleaning, and I think I told you, yes, I learned from Mija Liagala, and it's wonderful, and I'm really grateful, really grateful. So anyway, I am the I was telling you is another way of doing Ho'oponopono. Remember, we do have especially for these times, like for example, if you find out about things and you get scared, you don't know where to run. Remember, you have other tools that you could use for protection, that can help you for protection, and that is the gold ring. Yeah, remember, you don't have to visualize, you don't have to do anything. You just think mentally gold ring, and it's a gold ring that it will be put on you, from head to toe. We have I vacuum seal myself. Yeah, you can vacuum seal yourself. You can kiss the divinity. Yes, and remember that. Why is it that is so easy? Because we create with our thoughts, and because all these are passcodes. Yes, so these are passcodes, and to give permission to God to transmute, to give permission to God to guide you and protect you. Yeah, so even the thank you and the I love you. The idea is how to let go and how to surrender. So today I actually found something. So I share with you that on Thursday, because I don't want this quarantine to go, and then I will look back and I say, how come I didn't do this and I didn't do that? And so I think this is time to clean up house, yes? This house and the house. So I made a commitment, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, that every Thursday where the trash can, where the trash truck comes, my blue recycling container, big, it has to be filled up. I don't know, as much as we can, whatever it can take. So every week I'm going through papers. I'm finding amazing things that I used to share in my TV shows or my weekly teleclasses. Now I do monthly teleclasses. But because when I started traveling, yeah, I stopped doing weekly, and I said, well, how could I support people? Yeah, so I created a membership, because I said, I know how much it helped me to take the training at least once a month, yeah, to keep me going. So I said, how could I support people even though that I'm traveling? And so I created the memberships, and that includes, besides other resources, because I even do a weekly audio for you. Yeah, includes that, the forum, and the inspirational cards, and the whole library. But once a month we get together and I answer your questions. So, and again, to support you and everything. But imagine, I was doing classes every week, so I was always looking for materials and things like that. And now I found a lot of amazing, the treasury box, of these things in print that I used to share and everything. And right now I'm thinking I have to do a live. I have content to do a live every day now, with all these great things that I would love to read to you and share with you. So, by the way, the month of June, I'm gonna do another mini workshop like last month, but this one will be about zero frequency. Okay, so we go more into the processes and things like that to become more in the zero frequency. I share more with you what helped me to let go more, to trust more, to understand maybe a little bit, more of what is Ho'oponopono and how it works, yes? Because I can go a little bit more intellectual with my zero frequency. So anyway, I'm finding that, and I'm finding a lot of stuff to let go. So, there is a part of me that wants to go through everything, and I said, well, maybe one day I will need this, no? But there are some things, so I just grabbed them and I said, I don't know if I look at this thing 5 years ago, I don't think I will need this pretty soon. So I put them in the trash can. It is sometimes hard to let go, yes? I am the person that I always, the same thing with my suitcases. I travel very heavy because it's always just in case, yes? And I travel sometimes for 2 months, 3 months, a month and a half. And I have a lot of conferences, and I have a lot of seminars and different things and different climates sometimes. So, well, when it's different climates, or what about when I have a spiritual trip in the middle of the tour? Yeah, completely different wardrobe for that one. So I travel. Everybody knows my suitcases. My organizer in Romania, he says he will never forget the first time I went to Romania. I wrote to him, I sent him an email, and I said, small lady, big suitcases. So every time he picks me up, he always remembers, small lady, big suitcases. Yeah, at that time, I used to carry CDs, books, and so talking about big suitcases and heavy, I used to carry the materials in my suitcases. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to read you something about surrender, because how many of you feel that letting go is giving up? Yeah, no, this is my destiny. Why do I have to? No, I want to be in control. I want to attract what I want. But when you surrender, when you know that there is a more intelligent mind than yours that cares for you, that loves you so much, that is working for you as long as you allow it. Yeah? Okay, so what is surrender? Surrender is what you just did. This is like a conversation with God. I don't know where this came from, actually. I didn't have the time to really research where it came, but this came in an email to me. I'm going to tell you, in November 15, 2008. Somebody, I don't know if this was a student of mine at that time, Meg, that sent me this. But anyway, I will never. Well, one of the things I feel is like a conversation with God, something similar. And he says, it's like God is saying, I know how very difficult. Where do I start? Okay, for my part, I promise to always be there for you, to supply you every need, and to surround you with beings from your plane and every other to guide and protect you every step. You have the faith of a mustard seed. I know you are still afraid, and that is okay. I didn't ask you not to be afraid. I will never ask you to do more than you are capable of. And you will always have help. I will push you to your limits, but never beyond them. Okay, we have to get out of our comfort zone, but God never gives you something you cannot handle, and that's important. Okay. What is surrender? Surrender is what you just did, clearing your mind and heart of everything you have created in order to hear and feel me. Getting out of my way that the perfect outcome may be attained, in that you will always find the miracle. So see, if you want miracles in your life, you will have to let go. Okay? Surrendering to me does not mean giving up, and as it does in your world. When you surrender in battle, there is no battle between us. I am you and you are me. Therefore, how could be a war? Rather, surrender is stopping the battle that is always going on inside of you with yourself. As long as your ego is battling with itself, there is no room for you or for me. Okay, I hope you listen to this again and again and again and again. I see the I see the thing. I even see the thing gold myself today. Okay, so when you truly understand, I'm not ever going to stand in judgment of you, and that there is no need for you to be afraid of me, that I can never feel anything but love for you, you will know that I will always give you my best. For that is all I have. I have nothing that is inferior, including you. You are my best. Anything less than that is your creation of yourself. Your ego's creation to keep you thinking you are not enough, so that you won't risk becoming the perfection that you already are. How do I stop my ego from battling itself and me? Your ego's job is to protect you and keep pain away. But your ego is an illusion, just as anything else. But me is an illusion. I will never bring pain to you. So there is nothing for the ego to defend or protect you from. It is actually more painful to keep me out than to surrender and let me in. The pain of believing in the illusion is where the ego goes to work. Think for a moment and ask yourself this question. If God were doing all of the work for me and handling all my challenges and giving me the guidance, and the only thing I had to do was follow what was said, what would the ego need to do? That's why you feel when you say thank you and I love you, you are doing nothing, yes? When you struggle and resist and fight, that is pain. When you surrender, allow and trust, life is easy. The moment you choose to let go of falseness, of control, is the moment your life takes on a whole new meaning. I'm telling you, I found things, I mean, and this continues, so I'm going to read you another part another day, but I'm telling you, I found so many, my goodness, I said I have so much to share with you that I found of so many years accumulating great stuff, sharing great stuff. So anyway, and what I would like is to share a couple of things that I have them in Spanish, but that they were shared with me, and I think they are important of things that are happening, so that you are also more aware. So remember that, okay, one of the things is, remember I said 3 days with no internet and all that stuff. At one point something will happen, but we don't know when or who will experience it, because maybe not everybody, who knows? Different timelines, it's like the consequences, yeah, of wherever we are. We are going to be here when that happens. I don't even know. So many possibilities of what could happen here. But the thing is, if you are doing this, there is nothing you need to worry. You have to have faith. You have to know you are protected. And you have to know that all you have to do is say thank you, I love you, let go, trust, converse with God. Know that is there always. Trust, 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 trust. Okay, so one of the things that people are talking about is the 3 days of darkness. Yeah, and this is, I remember even reading about this even before, long time ago. So, but the earth will have to make some changes for sure. So that's why if we are doing the cleaning, nothing to worry about. Again, we are going to be at the right place at the right time. And we don't even know what that place at right time will be. But we have to be children again and know we are protected and there is nothing we need to worry about. But the other thing that we have to do is remember that I talk about 3 steps. Yeah. So one of the steps was to keep ourselves informed. We need to know what we are against. Okay. That is important. But anyway, if you don't want to know what is really going on and you still watch the news thinking that they are telling you the truth, it's your prerogative. You have free choice, and it's okay. Even that is okay, because you have free choice. Yes. If you don't want to know what really is going on and you are not informing yourself and everything, at least do the cleaning. Even when, especially if you're watching the news, please do the cleaning. Yeah. But anyway, whatever information you get, you have to do the cleaning. You have to do your part. I'm guessing if you are here, you are committed, or you are curious, maybe, or maybe somebody told you about this crazy Argentinian CPA, tax specialist. Well, for whatever reason, you are here, yes? Okay, so there are no accidents. So what do we do here? We let go and we let go. And as long as you are doing it your way, whatever way it works for you, as long as you are not engaging with the fear, you are in fear, I understand. You have doubts, you are confused, it's part of the process. But please do not give them the control. Yeah, you let go moment by moment. So if you are aware of what really is going on, if you are not aware of what, just clean. Just do your part. Very, very important. The 3 steps, yeah, are to keep ourselves informed. And the other 2, in this that Romy shared with me, it says the other 2 are Ho'oponopono. It's just do Ho'oponopono. Okay, it is about declaring our sovereignty. Is a different. I hope I said it right. Yeah, but again, we have to choose freedom because we have free choice. So we are choosing right now. Yeah. So we have to do it consciously. We have to consciously choose it. Yeah. Because we are giving an order to the universe. Yeah. Of what we are choosing. Okay. We are on the freedom team. We are on the light team. Okay? And the other one is to forgive. And there is a lot of forgiveness we have to do to everything that was happening, and many of you maybe knew, maybe I didn't know consciously, yeah, what was going on. But the thing is, we will have to forgive. And I share this with you. For me, it helped me to forgive, thinking that I was part of that, maybe in another lifetimes, and that I came to make amends. Yeah. So who am I to judge or to say or to condemn? Yeah. So those two steps really, it is Ho'oponopono. So for whatever, place you look at, it is about letting go of the past, wherever we are going, whatever this will keep being going, whatever. Because again, we have different choices. We cannot take the heavy suitcase with us. Yeah, that one of I'm not forgiving. No, I cannot forgive. Yeah, the past is past, and do it for yourself. Do it for the next generations. Forgive in your heart. I'm not asking you to call anybody. Yeah. So it's that reaction in you, those thoughts, those emotions in you, because what happened. Okay. So what did you learn? What are the things you can be grateful for that happened to you? Okay. The other thing is, okay, so I'm gonna try to do my best translating this, but this is interesting. Romi's kids are very special kids, like her. They have some gifts. So she says that the two older, the two oldest ones came to her and says, Mom, the mandatory vaccine is not gonna happen. He says that was erased, and he says it was going to happen, but it's not gonna happen. And she asked herself, yeah, how? Oh no, she asked them, how did they? She said, we don't have TV, we don't watch news, we don't buy newspapers or something. So she said, where did you get that? And she said, I don't know, we just know it. The other, the little girl came to her and she says, in a book about the earth, now I remember that earth has a soulmate that they separated, yeah? And at one point, I'm trying to make it brief, okay? Shorten it. And at one point, they are gonna meet again. And this will be really an amazing world where suddenly we are all going to be good people, and we are going to be generous and things like that. We are not even going to remember what it is to be bad or good. There will be only good. Okay? So again, and she asked, where did you get that? Yeah. And so she went for the book. And the book was an atlas. How do you say in English? I think word atlas. I think it is how you call it. Okay, atlas of the cosmos in this case. Okay, an atlas of the cosmos or a map of the cosmos. So that map of the cosmos doesn't have any of that information. Okay, so Romy asked her daughter, so how did you get this information from this book? And she says, yeah, it's not in the book, but as I was looking at the constellations and the planets, I remember the story, that the story is written between the spaces, in the spaces between the stars. Okay, and he says, this book actually is saved in the galaxies. we cannot see it here, but we can see it when we dream. Okay? So anyway, guys, we are in exciting times, amazing times. This is our opportunity. This is what we have been preparing for. And I understand that, again, that it could be fear, confusion, whatever, worries. You have to trust. You don't have other choice. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you any other choice. Well, you have free choice, so you can do whatever. But why not? Why not do it right? What if we don't have to repeat? What if we can set ourselves free? Finally. This is the opportunity. That's why we chose. We chose to be here. We knew what was coming. Again, there was a part of us that knew. These are really, really, really exciting times. And we can do it. Yeah, with God's help. Ho'oponopono is about asking God for help. And the help can come in different ways. Remember that, huh? Don't say, no helicopter. No boat. No, I'm waiting for God. I'm waiting for God. Hey, God's help can come in many, many different ways. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always giving me this opportunity to clean, to bring these amazing energies, to be able to help us all heal and everything. Romy says we didn't breathe. Okay, before we go, let's breathe. Thank you. I was ready with my piece of eye. I always forget the piece of eye. Today, I forgot the breathing. Yeah, let's breathe together. Okay, remember how to do the breathing ha? Remember when you do the breathing ha, it's also cleaning. It's the same as saying thank you and I love you. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to repeat. You just have to count. Okay, you don't have to think about the problem. You just concentrate on counting only. Remember, we are taking mana or divine energy, no oxygen. That's why we do the pauses between inhale and exhale. Yeah. So remember, we inhale and exhale through the nose. What else? We count. We inhale. We count 7. We hold our breath for 7. We exhale for 7 through the nose too, and we hold again our breath for 7. And that is 1 time, and we do that 7 times. Okay? And when you finish, we are going to close our eyes. We are going to put these 3 fingers together. Okay? And once I have them together, I open, I interlock it, I form the infinity sign. Okay? I put it on my lap, on my legs. Okay? Please close your eyes. So again, remember, inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 1 time. We do that 7 times. when you are gonna do it by yourself, if you hear by inspiration, yeah, you always follow your inspiration. You hear 8, 9, 10, you do what feels right for you. Okay? I still love the 7 that was channeled by Morna Simeona. Yeah, but sometimes there is the flag. But sometimes I do 8, 9, 10. Okay, whatever you feel in that moment. Okay. Okay. Hopefully, I didn't forget anything else today. Again, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, like I was saying, to bring these energies, these healing energies, these amazing transmutations. Thank you. Thank you for being in my life, for showing up in my life. So, the peace of I. Peace be with you, all my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am, the peace for always, now and forever and evermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I live with you. Not the world's peace, but only my peace, the peace of I. God bless you guys. Soon I will announce the zero frequency mini workshop. I'm gonna announce soon the release of the book, the zero frequency book. And definitely, if you want to be part of our membership, so you participate in the monthly Q&As and all the other resources to support you, you are more than welcome to our Ho'oponopono family. God bless you. Have a nice weekend now. Bye.